Oh, Laura, my love. The wind has chapped my lips. Would you care to heal them with a kiss?
Look, that's the best way to do it, to get the healing. I really wonder what would Steve do if Laura actually just gave him a smooch right there. Well, I think the boy would fall to the ground. Be back at it with another one. You know, I wanted to give an encouragement. And also, not only that, there's some things I discovered about Family Matters that I did not know. And so we're going to get into it. But
your short story won first prize, Steve.
Gee, no kidding. Let me see. The judges unanimously selected your short story, Much of a Dream, because of its inspiring depiction of a young proctologist.
Not bad. Fantastic, Steve. The problem is, it's your story, not Eddie's.
right.
I don't care about the glory. Besides, the whole thing will be good for a laugh when us guys are sitting around the old campfire chewing our bazooka. Right, Eddie?
Laura's making Eddie fess up, of course. 'Cause I keep trying to tell you, Laura always got Steve's back. I'm trying to tell you.
When I told Rodney about you going with us, he thought it was a terrible idea.
Oh, typical. But you stood up for me. Right, buddy?
Well, Steve, I tried. But Rodney said I had to choose between you guys.
I see. And you chose Rodney.
Right. Nigga Laura. I love it. Which a lot of times I will say Laura does side on the side of right. Majority of the time. It's not really a particular side. But she does side with Steve a lot. She love that dude, man. She love that dude.
I'm sorry, Steve. We'll go camping together some other time. Just you and me. I promise, okay?
Okay.
All right.
No, it's not okay.
Uh-oh. Irk man upset. You irked him.
Eddie Winslow, front and center.
Front and center. You irked me, bro. You irked me, Eddie.
Newsflash, Eddie. I have feelings.
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings.
Inside this scrawny chest, there beats a heart.
A heart, right.
A heart that hurts.
It's hurting right now.
And the reason it hurts
Why?
is because I've tried very hard to be your friend. And all you've done is take advantage of me. Well, that's going to stop right now.
Right now.
I'm not your personal doormat.
No.
I'm her doormat.
Right. Look at Gary trying to hold the laugh in. Right. He know where his priorities are. We got you, Steve. We got you.
Steve, listen.
No, you listen. Either you take me camping or you tell everybody who really won the short story contest.
Is this a bluff?
Try me.
Try me, buddy. Try me. Look at Laura laugh, smiling in the back. Look at this. Not about, it's taking the credit. It's allowing other people to shine. It's, keeping your word, working together, right? So, you're seeing a little bit of that here. But I just want to point out, you see the smile on Laura's face?
All right. I'm going to go tell my mom that you've been doing my English papers for me.
Yep, there you go.
Thanks, Eddie.
You're welcome.
Eddie?
Yeah?
It's just that no one would pass me the ball. And I mean, I'm really, really good.
Look, kid, you're not a basketball player.
Well, why not?
Right.
In short, you're short.
Hey, man. Spell Webb. You know what I'm saying? Muggsy Bowles. Earl Boykins. You know what I'm saying? I'm just naming some put your name out there.
Urkel is far too busy to listen to your little cheers.
Oh, yes, dear. Show them to Cassie.
Hey, listen, freshman. Don't you ever do that again. What?
Exactly. What?
I'm the captain of this squad. I decide what cheers we do. I know, but don't you think our cheers are a little old-fashioned? Oh, and you think you're so hip, you little geek?
When people, and I say all the time, that's what Steve and Laura have in common. They both get called geeks, okay? This girl is threatened by Laura, and she hasn't even seen her cheers yet. But she's intimidated by Laura, as she should be, because Laura the bomb. She the bomb.
I was just thinking we could try something new. And by the way, if you ever call me geek again, you be digesting those pom-poms.
Right. Don't try me. I'm not the one. Go, Eddie. Oh, dang. Steve.
Come on, guys, let's support our team. We're cheerleaders, remember? Oh, shut up.
I only cheer at sporting events. This is a bloodbath.
That girl is so intimidated by Laura. Well, if somebody interacts with you like this, have a smile on your face. Maybe not on the outside, but on the inside, because they're intimidated by you, which means they see something great in you. Yeah. Third players. Exactly. Steve gonna just hurt them more.
I got you.
No, Steve should not be the one doing any of this.
Tell the ref we're throwing in the towel.
Wait, coach, put me in. I'm good.
Urkel, you're not going in.
Coach, if you forfeit the game, they might fire you.
Oh, that changes.
Urkel, you're going in.
That changes things. That changes things. And he already ready. Ah! That's a message, y'all. That's a message right there in it too, which is not my message, but look, whatever it is that you're knocking on the door for, be ready when they open. Stay ready. Look at this. I would say he's being a bit of a ball hog. But nonetheless, he getting a little excited. Got to pass the ball sometime. But he's making the shots. Oh yeah. They got a long ways to go to catch up. Talk to us, Laura. Yeah? Hush.
You don't want none of us? Do ya? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Laura's like, I'm not even about to wait on y'all. Okay, I know my chairs fly. Okay, and we need some energy that's in the building. So, and the old girl still sitting down there hating, but Laura still did what she did. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to blast through the haters. You know what I'm saying? Right? 10-point game. What you gonna do with it, Steve? What you gonna do? Oh, Allie. No, they don't. No, they don't.
No, I don't think so.
Now this is what I'm talking about. This is so dope. Now what's happening? Laura's ideas were not just for herself to shine. Now they all look good. You know what I'm saying? But now look at them. They're smiling. They're happy. They're getting their shine. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Uh-oh. 5-point game. 5-point game. Clutch time, baby. Clutch time, baby. Put back. Snatched. Ooh, behind the back. Okay. Oh, 1-point game. 1-point game. Oh my gosh. Clutch time. Clutch Gene. Shoot it, Steve. Otherwise, you ain't clutch no more. Wow, wetness. Winning the game. Clutch Gene in full effect, baby. And now look, and this is what my point is now, right? Winning the game. And yes, Steve made the game-winning shot, but look at now the whole team is getting shine. The cheerleader team is getting shine. Here is Laura was not just thinking about herself. She was thinking about like, how can we be better, right? That's the message from me, man, is we all need each other. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. How people do not recognize who this show is about. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. But it just baffles my mind. Like, who? If people do not recognize this show is about Steve and Laura, Kelly and Jalil.
Hey, you wanna be my partner? What? Me play with you? The Spider himself? Yo, dog, I'm on it. All right, then, sign us up, and I'll see you Saturday. Hey, yo, you wanna put in a little practice time? What for?
True.
Yo, man, this is great.
Eddie, I'm no rocket scientist, but wasn't Steve your partner?
You know, it's interesting though. No one ever talks about the swaggadociousness that Darius had on Family Matters. Like, Eddie is probably the most swagged out one. He just got a coolness about him and stuff.
Oops. What oops?
You see, Steve, I ran into Kenny Jackson. Well, you see, Steve, that's just it. He needed a partner. I'm sorry, Steve, but you don't understand. The Spider is fantastic. I kill to play with him.
Well, you did, Edo. You killed our friendship.
No one ever talks about how Eddie treats Steve. It's always about Laura. And if you really look at it, Eddie treated Steve way worse than Laura treated Steve. But no one ever talks about that because it's really the impact that Laura Winslow had. Eddie was constantly picking people over Steve with the friendship. Eddie over there dunking donuts. Got him what is it, a grandma shack. It's a mixture of grandma and shack. Grandma and shack. Woo! That's who Eddie gave up. I mean, got for Steve. She got an advantage, man. Urkel went and got Grandma Shack. I'm trying to tell you, that's an advantage. Or a disadvantage to everybody else.
It's your game. We got Winslow and Jackson versus Urkel. First team to get 11 baskets wins. All right, let's go.
Steve with the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So Steve's partner got hurt. Now they got Steve and Eddie one-on-one. Okay. When they were supposed to be partners.
Urkel against Winslow for the championship.
They're supposed to be partners. Take it back, Steve. Use your quickness, Steve. Yeah, use your quickness. Oh, don't dunk it on him. Oh.
I got greedy. I wanted those Bulls tickets so bad. I thought I had a better chance of getting them if Kenny was my partner.
I see.
What would have happened if Eddie would have done the right thing and him and Steve won? And then, because remember, the other guy did not have the classifies the best player. He didn't have a partner. So what if they would have stuck together and they would have won that thing, they both would be shining right now. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to make out of Family Matters is, as we all say, is one of the greatest sitcoms, one of the greatest family sitcoms, one of the greatest black sitcoms of all time, right? And I don't know, my brain will go and do this sometimes. But man, I had to talk about this because this straight up like just, oh my gosh. Okay, so let's get into this, right? It baffled my mind. Family Matters. Family Matters, the beloved sitcom, the amazing sitcom, one of the greatest sitcoms of all time, was never nominated for any major award. They were nominated for an Emmy for like outstanding directing or lighting, but not for an actor, right? No Golden Globe, no Emmy, no Actors Guild Award, nothing. Not even, let me go on my Allen Iverson real quick, okay? I'm not talking about, the game, okay? I'm talking about practice. I'm talking about being nominated. Family Matters was never nominated. The show, the series, or an actor on the show was never nominated for a major award. Think about that. That baffles my mind, right? But now look, when we go and look at some, so I went and did the research. I'm going to show you guys some of these other shows that you would not even put in the same breath with Family Matters. And they have awards. The Cosby Show, but just check this out. 227, I'm going to put it up there on the screen. Primetime Emmy for Jack A, if y'all know. Golden Globe for Jack A, right? We're just looking at some of these shows. Look at Good Times, okay? Good Times, no matter when. I don't know the words, y'all. But Golden Globe, okay? They got Golden Globe nominations. We're not talking about wins, guys. We're just talking about nominations. All right, we look at the Jefferson. The Cosby Show, I can't even name. I can't even name them all to you. We're just gonna have to look at them. What was really interesting about the Cosby Show is that Lisa Bonet, Malcolm Jamal Warner, and Keisha Knight Pulliam were all nominated for Emmys. Okay, they were all nominated for Emmys, but you got Golden Globes there too. Then we go to Family Matters, guys. We go to Family Matters. And it's this Image Awards, Kids Choice Awards. There's no, there's no major award. And I'll throw some other shows up here just to show. All these different type of shows that I'll put them up here that we would not necessarily put in the same breath as Family Matters. But then you got to be like, hey man, what does Shaq always tell Chuck on inside the NBA? Google me, right? When you go and you start to Google Family Matters, you start Googling these other shows. You're like, hold up now. We can't sit up here and necessarily say we can't put 227 in the same breath with the Family Matters or Good Times in the breath with the Family Matters because they got the awards. They have the award nominations. And it baffles my mind when I first saw this. I was like, Family Matters does not have a major award nomination. Guys, that's crazy. It is looked at as one of the most. Now look, you have the Jeffersons, right? You have the Cosby Show. Okay, you have those two shows. Family Matters is like the third longest running show. Yes, we know we have House of Pain, and no disrespect to House of Pain, although I love me some Keisha Knight Pulliam.
Coco, skin light, Coco, just right, Coco, taste like, Coco, my type of Coco, skin light, Coco.
And guys, Lance Gross, one of the most beautiful men to ever walk this earth. Okay, you see it there. The man is gorgeous. Okay, but I wouldn't put House of Pain on the level, even though they got more episodes and everything, because they came back. Right? And they weren't on a major network either, right? They went to TBS, then they went to BT. When you look at it, Family Matters is one of the longest running black sitcoms, family sitcoms of all time. With no rings, with no awards, with no, you know what I'm saying? That baffles me. And, out of some of these other shows, there is other people that are nominated. There's guest stars that were even nominated on some of these shows, as well as, not just the main star. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the whole Steve Urkel thing, right? And like we called it Urkel, you know, with the Urkel show and Steve Urkel, he saved the show and blah, 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 you know, all this other type of stuff. And what I think is what happened is, you know, the media, like I keep trying to tell y'all, the media will sell you one thing, but the truth is another. And what I mean by that is I was in school. I was in the hallways Monday mornings and stuff like that. And people were not talking about Steve Urkel like that. Not like the way the media tries to make it seem like. Push this narrative, right? And that's what they did. They pushed the narrative of Urkel, right? Like I said, most people call it the Urkel show, you know, and there's good and there's bad that comes with that. I'll go to a sports side so maybe we can get an understanding of it. How do MVPs win? Right? You know, we got it right now. Who's the NFL MVP right now? Is it Lamar Jackson? Is it Dak Prescott? Is it, you know, Brock Purdy? You're looking at that, right? Who's the little debate they had in NBA last year? Who's the MVP? Is it, you know, is it the process and Joel Embiid, or is it the Joker, right? These type of things. But how is it that you can even be in the conversation of MVP? How do you get there, right? And it's team. Your team has to be seen. You feel what I'm saying? In order for somebody to win an MVP, you don't win an MVP award or things like that, you know, off of just you, right? And guys, because all they did was push Urkel, the rest of the cast didn't get seen, right? The rest, and we're still seeing it to this very day, where the cast gets overlooked. Kelly gets overlooked. Darius gets overlooked. Joe Marie gets overlooked. You know, and I think that's a lot of what happened then. When you want to win awards and you want to win MVPs, your team need to be seen. Somebody need to take it and run with that. You want to be the best.
I got a chance to play with Steph. Yeah, play against Steph Curry, but play with him. And he, in our game, is a selfless superstar with no ego. A lot of people say you're a similar for your sport, a superstar, no ego. It's all about the team. It's all about winning. Where does that come from?
Ooh, my parents are kind of one of those. They're those two people that are like, you know, everybody eats. It's not good. I mean, the top gets lonely because you're up there pretty much by yourself, but you can always bring up others with you. And it's just coming with the sacrifice and putting everybody in front of me, and then a case where, all right, everybody eats, and that's when I feel the most joy. Like, it's cool when you get a couple, like an MVP. It's cool, but when you get them rings, and it's like, no, we all did this.
There, that's Asia Wilson, you know, who plays in the women's basketball league, the MVP, and they just won back-to-back championships. And what she kind of said right there is what I'm talking about, right? It's I was like, man, look, man, that's the point that I'm making is like when everybody goes and does it, like everybody gets shine. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, because I'll give it to you like this. Urkel, right? That's all it is. Urkel, it's the Urkel show. The problem is you're putting up Urkel against a cast of other people, right? So you're putting Urkel up against the cast of Friends, or you're putting Urkel up, because remember, Friends and all these different shows was out then, right? And you're trying to have him go up against, you know, the one, you know, you're having him go up against a cast of people. It makes no sense. I'm not talking about that they didn't win an award. I'm talking about they weren't even, your Family Matters was never nominated for a major, and I'm telling you, I think this is why. Is it because the sum of his parts were never seen? They were overlooked. They were shaded, right? And he's still doing that now. Shade, right? That's not allowing other people to really shine, who really were the part of that show. Yes, the late great Michelle Thomas was great on the show and a great person, a great spirit and everything. But the main part of that show, who that show was about, was Steve and Laura. You know what I'm saying? And so I think this is some of the issue, is that to this day, Jaleel does not let the other people shine. And back in the day, that wasn't his fault. But I'm not going to say fault. I don't like faults and fails. I don't like those. I don't like any of the F words, y'all. I don't like any of the F words, okay? But I do think it's some of the reason to why now. The best player, you got to understand that the parts around you matter. The parts around you matter. Because they catapulted Urkel so high that you couldn't see anybody else. Like I said, Jaleel wanted to talk about the Wonder Years and Fred Savage, but the Wonder Years was looked at as a great show, versus Family Matters was being called the Urkel show, right? And so the proof is in the pudding, and no disrespect, but the proof is in the pudding. Jaleel has no major award nominations for playing that character. And it doesn't mean that he wasn't brilliant. And what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that he shouldn't have. That's my point. He should have. But my point also is, if he would have allowed other people around him to shine more, he may have awards, believe it or not, right? Just like I said, let's go run this back around. MVPs. How do MVPs win awards? It's usually because their team is playing. You don't get They don't give MVP awards to bad teams. They don't. Players that are getting MVP awards, odds are they're having team success. Team success. Team success, right? And that's just what I want to say. And I feel like with Family Matters, it was never that. There was never team success. It was Urkel success, and y'all get whatever's left, right? And I couldn't believe that you got shows like Good Times, you got shows like 227, all these shows that you wouldn't even put in the same breath with the Family Matters, and they got Golden Globe Awards, they got Emmy Awards. And I think that's the reason why, guys, is because the whole cast of people got to shine. I just truly believe that. If people were able to see the greatness of Kelly, right? The greatness of Darius, the greatness of Thomas Hopkins. If they were able to see the greatness of others, I think they would at least have some nominations. You know what I'm saying? At least some nominations, man, straight up and down. You know, and it reminds me of what my pastor always says, where there's blessings and curses to everything, right? The blessing was, you know, you got Steve Urkel, you know, you were on the air for 9 seasons. But the curse in that is nobody else was seen, you know, nobody else is valued, you know, nobody else is barely remembered, you know, and you have to look at it and say, when one person is highlighted over another, when there's other parts that are impactful, and there's other parts that are moving in that direction, but the only one part gets the spotlight, usually everybody loses. And that's unfortunate, because Family Matters is one of the greatest shows of all time, and it should have some awards, and it doesn't. And that's a sad thing, man. It's a sad thing. And like I said, why is it always us? That's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, man, love God, love people. May God bless you. May God keep you.